Hey guys, so I went to a yard sale on Friday. Today's Sunday. I went on Friday morning, and just one close in town, and they they had some baseball cards. Uh, Obviously, that's kind of my thing, and uh, and I wanted to show you kind of what I had, and then I'm trying to figure out a way to show you all of it. It's a bit extreme at times, um, but I wanted to talk about something just real quick. Um, Lou Rock, he talked in a recent video about being at a card shop and seeing kids who were uh, upset about not getting a hit, and he was trying to talk about the players and so forth, and how do we deal with this with kids, and kids do it, and the way out isn't uh, Pokemon. My kids collect Pokemon, and Pokemon collectors do the same thing that a lot of the sports collectors do, because they watch the people on YouTube. They flip through the cards, they find the hits, they throw out the rest. And we got really tired around my house of seeing Pokemon cards everywhere, and my kids would get a pack or a few packs or a box and don't get a hit, and they're upset. Like, you just got 6 packs of cards. And now you're upset because you didn't get anything. Anyway, it's the same thing with Pokemon and sports cards. It's not different, unfortunately. And so when I got back into collecting sports cards and wanted to try to help my kids collect sports cards as well, this is one thing that I wanted to make sure they didn't do. Um, and and one of the ways I do that is just being true to who I was when I was a kid, when I was collecting cards. Because we had Beckett's, we talked about prices, all of those things. I'm not trying to pretend like none of that ever happened, but at the same time, we just liked having cards, and lots of them, lots of cards of all different players, of all different teams, and we just loved having cards. And so I went to this yard sale and I picked up what is commonly known as junk wax. I'm going to show you all of the cards. I'm not going to show you all of the cards, but I'm going to show you the piles of cards, as I'm in my room doing some sorting right now, and show you just a few of the fun ones. Show you some of the cards that I got that I was really excited about. Show you the card that I might have been the most excited about, which is a kind of a funny thing. I think you'll understand, hopefully. Uh, but but anyway, just to kind of show you how, for me, how I'm trying to, through the way that I collect, help my kids just appreciate cards more. They're sports cards, they're Pokemon cards, they're just whatever they're collecting. Like, how can we learn to appreciate what the phrase we use, the word we use, is the commons, the basics, those kinds of things, and how can we learn to enjoy them and have fun with those just as much as we do the other cards. I understand the excitement, and I'll show you some cards that I pulled aside because of the excitement. I'm not saying that that doesn't exist, but how do we learn to enjoy all of them? So anyway, I'm going to try to show you. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but well, if it doesn't go well, I'll delete it and you won't know anything about it. So anyway, let me show you with the camera, and then I'm going to show you just a few of the things that I pulled aside. I think we'll have some interesting things anyway. So I'll start down here. These are, any of the ones that were not tops, basically. You can see there's pretty good piles of them. There's some Hall of Famers in there: Ozzie Smith, Cal Ripken, Post, and Purina, and Diamond Kings. A lot of 89 and 90 Donners. I haven't finished sorting these out. I'll do that. I've been working on the tops cards. Speaking of, anybody need an 88? Actually, we can start over here. These are the 85s, 86, 87, a lot of 88s, 89s, and again, Hall of Famers. There's just a small pile. It's kind of funny, a small pile of 91s. I pulled out some pretty cool ones over here. These are non-Hall of Famers that I just really like. This is the pile of, I think these are all new Hall of Fame Topps cards that will go into my collection. So Robin Yount, let me try to do this here. Robin Yount and Alan Trammell. I'm not going to go through all of them. Don Sutton, Suter, Ozzie Smith. I'm just kind of going through these. Schmidt, I might have had that one before. Tim Raines, Paul Molitor. you can see 86, 87, 88, 89 were kind of the highlights. But anyway, these are, of course, none of these cards are really, there's everybody's favorite Hall of Famer, Harold Baines. These will be going into here. That's where I keep those kinds of cards. I also have some Pirates that I pulled out because I'm a Pirates fan. So Tecove and Stargell and Van Slyke, Jose Lind. I love the future stars on it. There were a few other cards. That pile on the right is it's all basically anything before 85. There weren't many, probably 30 total in that pile. About 6 football cards. That card actually on the left, that's 3 players. It happens to be showing because of the angle of the camera. Rickey Henderson, but that's 3 different players. It's Kirby Puckett, Rickey Henderson, and Fred Lynn. So anyway, kind of a cool card. These are Pirates cards or former Pirates. Al Oliver, Dave Parker, oh, the Rickey Henderson as well. Bobby Bonilla, Sid Bream, more Bobby Bonilla. Just kind of his era, Kent Tecove. Anyway, and then here's the card that I was the most excited about. Well, let's see if I can get that without my shadow. That is Jack Morris. And you might ask, why was I so excited? I mean, good grief, I got Bo Jackson's. Why am I excited about a Jack Morris? Well, that is my Hall of Fame binder. I did a Hall of Fame binder update video about a week or 2 ago. And one of the cards that I'm missing, one of the players that I was missing was Jack Morris. And if you know anything about these things, if you know anything about trying to get these cards, you're not picking up a Jack Morris at most card shows. There's one more card like that I'm missing, one more player. But going through piles like this, you're pretty likely to find a Jack Morris. So I was pretty excited to find that. That's one more card for my Hall of Fame binder. I'm now only 10 players shy of completing that. It's not going to happen this year. I'm not getting too excited. Most of those are big names, but there were a couple of very small, very inexpensive players. So anyway, and oh, by the way, did I show you the Fernando Venezuela? Oh, that's right. There were 2 of those. Pretty cool. Anyway, there were some really cool cards. I love this. I actually really like the 86 Frabniant, the 89 All-Star cards. I'm actually gonna begin sorting these 88s at some point and see how close I am to the set. I have some 88s of my own, of course, and just kind of figure that out. Pete Rose, had some 86 Pete Rose as well. Anyway, there's nothing valuable here. There's nothing you're going to sell at a card show, quite frankly. But when I'm talking to my kids about cards and I'm trying to explain just enjoying collecting, this is part of it for me, is just learning to get joy out of the piles. And if you can't, that's fine. I realize this kind of collecting isn't for everyone. A lot of people who would see this will, well, you're really glad you didn't, and certainly would not have bought these. But I literally paid less than a penny a card. There's no way I paid a penny per card. I think I paid $25 for all of these. I have not done a count, but I'm sure there's more than 2,500 cards. But anyway, that's it. I really didn't have anything. It was actually just kind of a fun. I'm having fun sorting cards. I've been watching some videos today on YouTube and just enjoying the hobby. So, well, I hope you do the same, and we'll see you again next time.